Hi everyone. Obviously you've heard about the news that's been going on about Jason David Frank. I'm not ready to talk about what happened just yet. I'm just gonna focus on the good that he did and give my thoughts on what I feel like we can learn from this and what we can do as individuals. Jason David Frank did a lot for not just for the Power Rangers fandom, but just people in general. Like in terms of just being helpful, motivating, being always positive, and being that light for people that just wanted to smile, just wanted to. Lost my train of thought already. He just wanted to be that light for people whenever someone was feeling down or just wanted to have a pick me up. And his energy that he conveyed through his acting, through Power Rangers, the way he would talk to his fans, the interviews he would do, the way he would talk about God, the way he would talk about Jesus Christ, just whatever, like just things in general, or like if he was like telling jokes about things he liked or pulling pranks on his friends whenever he would feel like doing it. It's one of those things where you would listen to him and everything he would say would mean something. Now I know there are those who like him and those who don't like him in terms of thinking he had an ego at certain points. And even me, for a short time, when I would give him constructive criticism on things he did, like when it came to Austin St. John, the reason I made those videos is that I knew that the man, Jason Frank, could be better than that. And with his messages that he would convey through, like I mentioned before, his interviews, talking to fans, and the panels he would do at conventions and stuff. It's just one of those things where life is short and you never know when your last day could be. That's why, in terms of seeing him, like just hearing him talk about things in general, just having a good time with his fans or with his family. And my heart goes out to his family too, by the way. I don't know like the whole story, the whole backstory behind like why JDF did what he did, but and I'm not gonna judge. You know, God is the judge at the end of the day. Like we can say this and that, we can speculate like what happened. To quote JDF, we don't know the actors in real life. We know their characters. We knew Tommy Oliver. We knew Jason Frank from panels, conventions, interviews, and things he did on screen, and in some cases, in person. I never met him, unfortunately. I could have if I would have went to Morphicon this past year, but I was dealing with a lot, and I don't like talking about my personal life for various reasons. I'm one of those people that, and I'm going to go over this as quickly as I can. I'm one of those people who likes to deal with things on my own. I don't like talking about things that go on with me behind closed doors. I like to focus on escapism and entertainment on this channel as much as I can because I know there's so much horrific things going on in this world. And I'm not going to go on, but to wrap things up, in terms of what happened with Jason David Frank, I know when it comes to relationships in general, when it comes to marriages and whatnot, whenever things that are unexpected happen, emotions tend to get the best of us. And when they happen, we do things that we normally wouldn't do because we think, okay, maybe this will help soften the pain a little bit. Maybe I'm the only one dealing with this. Maybe it's just me that cares about myself and nobody else cares. You have people, and remember this always, you have people that care about you. So whenever you have something on your mind, something's bothering you, you want to get something off your chest, tell a family member, tell a friend, call someone, contact someone. You may think you're alone, but you're not. You have someone that cares about you and loves you. And for me, I have people who care about me and love me too. But from my point of view, it's one of those things where I've learned to adapt to being lonely and having my own space. And that comes from me being hurt a lot throughout my past. It's hard for me to trust people in general. I don't talk as often as I used to because basically the world has really made me, I don't know what's the word I could use. It's made me see things in a much different light than what the average person might see. Like even being here on YouTube and accumulating the following I've seen the good side of people and the dark side of people. And like I mentioned before, with emotions, I feel like when it comes to not just relationships, but even just things in general, like the world, things happen, things we see on the mainstream media, especially, emotions run high and we naturally lean to doing things that are not good, but in our mind, we feel like they are good because it might deepen the... I can't even talk. It might dampen the pain or ease the pain a little bit. I'm going to quote Bruce Lee. Something he said years ago, and it's something I want you to always keep in mind. No matter what happens in your life, whatever you're going through, always keep this in mind. Emotions can be the enemy. If you give in to your emotion, you lose yourself. You must have control over your emotion because the body always follows the mind. Yeah. Very powerful quote from Bruce Lee, rest in peace, and Jason David Frank. I can't say the words. Rest in peace. Just remember what I said. If you ever feel like you're alone and you feel hopeless, like, no, maybe you're okay with your own loneliness like I am, and you're okay with like having your own space to think things over, work things through, help the family, work hard at your job, from home, or whatever you may do. If at any point you have any kind of thought of doing something to yourself that is something you should not be doing, contact someone. Don't give in to the thought of doing something to yourself that will not benefit anyone. It won't benefit you. It won't benefit those around you. It's a permanent answer to a temporary problem. And when I say permanent, I mean if you do that, again, I'd rather not say what it is because I'm still trying to process it. Like J-Dev, he was always positive. Like every, and that's just it. And even that interview he did where he said that he didn't want to do Power Rangers anymore because he didn't want to cover his tattoos, he told us about how he was treated by Saban and Hasbro. They literally called him, and again, this is Jason David Frank who played Tommy Oliver for years as Power Rangers, in Power Rangers. Saban and Hasbro would tell him, you can be replaced, you're just a helmet head, and I never understood that. I never understood how big corporations could look at their actors, or anyone for that matter, and tell them that. And even though it was long ago, and obviously it happened again clearly because it was fresh in his mind when he talked about it, I just... yeah. Treat each other right. Be a good person. Be that light for someone that may need it. And talk to someone. If you ever have those thoughts, bad thoughts, negative thoughts, something, just anything, talk to someone, ask for help because you are not alone. Life is short. You're on this earth for a reason. There is only one you. Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. Thank you for the memories, and I hope you're okay.